Dub's going to prison soon. Yeah. See if my doo-doo-doo-doo. There we go. There we go. Do some working, talking, you know the deal. A little bit of talk, a little bit of work. Dun, 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 dun. Putting a good old Bridgeport to work. This worked out real quick. Oh. How's everybody doing today, huh? What's up, Stacy? Dude, if people had jobs, they wouldn't have time to hate everybody. It's pretty sad, dude. Imagine that. You have way too much time on your hands to worry about everybody and their motherfucking brother, dude. Crazy. These guys go nowhere in their life. Absolutely nowhere. They're going nowhere. Just stuck in the same old rut. Because why? Because they care about other men more than they do their own lives. Crazy. Who cares? It's like, who cares what Ricky's doing? Who cares what he's doing? Does it affect you? Absolutely not. No, you're going to waste, days in and days out. And if you're going to talk about somebody, maybe once a week, a couple times for a little bit, it's one thing. But day in and day out of that same old nonsense about what he's doing and what he did, you're more worried about his past than he is. Crazy, dude. And what do you got going for yourself? Nothing. Nothing. Your only achievement in your life, what you talk about nonstop, is you going to prison? That's all you've done, huh? Your entire life, that's what you're proud of, is going to prison. It's ridiculous. It's a fool, dude. It's a fucking fool. Like, you should get a job. Same thing with, all these dudes in his chat, just like fucking Diddy. No job. Just online 24/7 talking about everybody. It's like, dude, why don't you figure out what the fuck you're doing, huh? Your life. You're gonna be 70 years old. Only accomplishment is what? Trolling in a chat? Fucking crazy. These are the people that go nowhere in their lives, so they're always stuck in the same life. It's easy to write on the internet. It's easy to talk shit. This type of stuff, what I'm doing here, takes discipline. Every day, non-stop, day in and day out. They can't do it. They can't. They want to talk about it, right? See, talking's easy. When it comes on time to work, you can't do it. I'm gonna center draw all of these, and then I'm gonna drill them out. They're only clearance holes, so I don't need to do all the drilling. It's a waste of time for a clearance hole, you know. I need a new center drill though. This thing's burning up. It's already fucking all purple and shit, blue and purple on the tip there. I need a new one. We'll get through these, knock them out, you know. Don't need anything fancy. Not for these. See, that's what makes you efficient, is knowing what you need to do, knowing what it needs to be precise, and when it doesn't need to be. Save yourself a lot of time. Oh shit. Ouch. Move my y-axis. Where do I need to go? 15.9 millimeters. 15.9. Backlash in there. Take out the backlash. Get it right where we need to be. Perfect. And then what is the X? The X is 12 millimeters. Move that to 12. I love the Bridgeport, man. You can do so much with it. Was it gonna hit my phone? Yes. Move that out the way a little bit. Get the 12. There we go. Take out the backlash. Dub doesn't know how to do this right here. He doesn't know how to fucking do it. Dub will think this is not needed, you know? He doesn't even know what this is. Dub, you know what this is? Let me show you something, Dub. This right here, Dub. You know what this is? Dub, this is called an edge finder, okay? It's an edge finder. You use this to find the edge. Okay, buddy? Dun, 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 dun. You know, this is being a real man right here, working. Seems to be the hardest thing for people to do, you know, simply work. See, looking at a screen and yelling all day is easy. Makes you feel good, you know. And see, this is what a guy like Flames, right? See, he's weak, right? Let me tell you something. He's really weak, right? And why do I say that? Because he's a guy, right, that needs to come on the internet to get validation, right? He wants people to say, "Wow, Flames, right? You're so solid. Wow, Flames, you're such a tough guy." Right? He wants that validation. Why? Because he has nothing in his life. Once he shuts off the screen, it goes back to Flames Trotter that nobody cares about, right? Nobody gives two fucks about. It goes to that Flames Trotter, and they can't handle it, and they crack. And what they do is they crack, and then they need that validation. They need someone to pat them on the back. Same thing as Dub. These guys can't handle just being okay by themselves. right? You constantly need validation from others. Why? Because you don't have that for yourself. Your own validation is all that's needed, right? And a strong man knows that. A weak man will try to seek it from other places, right? It makes him weak. That's why they say the loudest guy in the room is always the weakest. Why? Because he's insecure. He needs to do the rah-rah to get heard, like Flames, hours and hours. And he's damn near 50 years old. But you know what? These people are good, though, right? You look at them and you're like, wow, what a fool. But then you really realize that if you waste your life and do nonsense, that's what you're going to end up being, right? Just like Dub. It's very good to see. You're lazy. All you do is want to run your mouth, not working. You're going to end up like that. Just like that. And it's all fun and games, right? When you can move, when your body actually can work. But when it doesn't, what does he have? He has nothing. What is his legacy? Right? He tells the kids, he's like, hey kids, look at me, don't be like me. That's all you are, is somebody that I should not become. You are the one who says this. You realize this. It comes out of your mouth, but you do nothing to change it. It's crazy. You tell the kids, hey, don't be like me. Don't end up like I am. Why? Because you know you're a failure. And it's sad. It's sad when they know it, yet do nothing to change it. Crazy, huh? Crazy. Fools are put here for us to learn from, for us to look at, for us to watch. Because if you're not careful, that's how you end up. Needing constant fucking validation. It's not only Flames. It's not only Dub. There's multiple people like that on this platform that just need validation, need people to pat them on their back, right? Whether it comes to girlfriends, whether it comes to shit you've done in your past, like it's done and over. Right? That's your past. Get over it. What are you doing now? Absolutely nothing. You're clinging on to your past like you fucking did something. Crazy. One thing is motherfuckers nowadays, they don't want to work. They just want to talk. Right? And they always got something good to say too. Always. They always do. And once again, I'm going to repeat myself. Talking's easy. Doing it's the hard part. Everybody got a plan. Majority of people don't act on that plan. Because fantasizing is much easier than fucking doing it. They know they need a job. They know it's wasted time in a fucking chat. Texting over and over and over among everybody. It's not K-Frog, it's BPS. If it's not VPS, it's fucking Pino. If it's not Pino, it's New Age Plug. If it's not New Age Plug, it's fucking Doc TV. If it's not Doc TV, it's Chad Marks. If it's not Chad Marks, it's 23-1. It's just non-stop. Just worrying about everybody but yourself. And then saying some crazy shit to it, like people need to send you their IDs. You're a fool. Why would anybody do that? Right? And see, this is how you know. Right? This is how you know when somebody doesn't have common sense. It's because a person with common sense, right? A person that is wise would already know that they are nothing. Right? And that's, you might not like that, but that's just a fact of life, right? Majority of you guys on YouTube, I'm nothing to you. I don't affect your lives in any way, right? By me demanding something from you guys, like, if you don't send me, that is foolish. Nobody's going to do it. You sound like a fool, right? And that's how it's very easy to see a fool. You just watch the way they act. You always got a lot to say. And it's good for me to see, right? Because we all have those tendencies. We're all fools, time to time. And we need to minimize that. It's one thing about fools, though, is like there's no getting through to a guy like Flames Trotter, right? And it's easy to see when he goes on panels, right? When people talk to him, can he talk to somebody, right? Can he have a man-to-man conversation with somebody? Can he do it? The answer is no, he cannot. Why? Because he has no discipline. He can't listen. He can't shut his mouth and open his ears. What does he do? Take off his headphones and just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And that's a fool. It's like, haven't you learned anything in your life? Right? And it just, you're radiant as a fool. But then they always think that they're smart, And that's the crazy part, is that they, in their simple mind, think that they're smart. It's crazy. And I'm half this guy's age and I already know that. You listen. Doesn't matter if you agree with them or disagree with them. You can shut up and listen to what the other person has to say. You don't, you're a fool. Crazy. Getting ahead of myself today, boys. Did really a lot today. This is all shit that's for next week. Knocking it off. What is worthwhile in life, huh? That's something I think about. What is living a good life? Right? What is that? What does that define? What is a good man? What is doing what's right? What is that? Right? What does that entail? And I think it all boils down to one thing. It's our conscience. Our conscience tells us. And a lot of times we choose not to listen to it. Right? We choose to ignore it. It's that God's voice. Really is. That's my goal this year, to try to do better in all aspects of my life. Sometimes it's like a financial aspect, right? You want to get more money. And this year, I really want to focus on being a good person. At the end of the year, looking back on my actions and being like, you know what? I did good. I chose what was right. Not my lust. Not what I want. See, and these are the topics nobody wants to talk about, right? You want to talk about prison. They want to talk about stabbing. You want to talk about this, and they want to talk about that. Who's a snitch? Who's not a snitch? You don't want to talk about topics like this. Why? Because it's no fun. What defines you as a good man? Right? They don't think about that. Why would they? That would be foolish to them. You see? It's crazy. That should be your goal in life. How can I get better? How can I better myself? The stuff with Dub is nonsense. Right? And I've fallen victim to that numerous times. Wasting my time over nonsense. It's a waste of time. Well, one thing is we're all going to die, right? That's the one thing we can't avoid. There's no way around it. We're all going to face that day. Some sooner, some later. And then what do you have, right? Of what you did on this earth. What was the meaning of your time on this earth? What do you leave behind, right? What are you going to leave behind what 23andMe did? You're going to leave behind what Ricky did? It's nonsense. And there you realize, right, you're foolish. There's 100 other things I should be more worried about than what fucking Ricky's fucking doing. Work on yourself. Work more. I don't know, maybe that'll help you. You have too much time on your hands. You really do. You need therapy. You really do. Flames needs therapy. He really does. He needs therapy to figure out who he is. He doesn't know who he is. He's angry. He's constantly angry. And it probably stems from him ruining his life. Him choosing crap. Him choosing bullshit. Him choosing not to better his life. Why? Because bettering his life takes work. That's hard work. He doesn't want to fucking do it. Fuck no. He wants to clown on the other man whose life is shit. And he can deny it all he wants. He can sit up there and say, I don't know what I'm talking about, and this and that and the third. He knows I'm right, deep in thought inside, and that's all that fucking matters. Once he turns off the screen, right? Damn, what the fuck's going on with this thing? Once he turns off the screen, reality hits. Right? And that's what a lot of people fall victim to with on YouTube is the nonsense of people patting your back and hyping you up and making you feel like you're something for the first time in your life. Right? Because you're actually nothing. Right. I'll be right back. Give me another drink. What did I do with my keys? I think I left it in my car. Where is my keys? Where I fucking put them? Oh, I know where they are. They are with my sweater. It's gonna be cold out there. Nice and cold. Good for the soul. Unlock. Oh, come on. There we go. Lock this back up. Having a chill night tonight. Getting shit done. Working for shit into next week. Had a good week, man. Really did. Really did. Very thankful. Another one of these bad boys gonna run see. Yeah, sure, right there. Ghost. Why? No. It's what is this? JBL? I think. Not an Xbox. Maybe you're cloning flames. Bandwidth good, dude. Real good. Japan's a good country, man. Well, I grew up there, so holds a very good place, like a strong place in my heart. But I love Japan. It's a lot different than here, you know? Especially where we live in Japan. It's away from the bullshit. I can go there to chill out, you know? Rice paddies, mountains, eat some kaki, you know? Okay, the other one next. That's a good place. You guys should all go, dude. See the world, man. You gotta see the world. The world's a big place. You know what I'm gonna do with this? I'm gonna go to 15.9, and then I'm gonna go 12 each way. $212, so I'll do that one. I'll do that because that's gonna be faster. So I'll go here, go to 212. Poke that one in there, poke the next one in there, and then I'll move it across. Hit those two, 212. Get that backlash out of there. Make that a little bit more. Lock. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that, huh? Okay. Yeah, that center draw is shot. I can hear it struggling. Burn it up. Clearance holes, man. Clearance holes. Gotta weld this together. Gotta mill a slot in there. I think I'm gonna do that with the CNC though. I need it precise. I might do it on the Bridgeport though, because it's not gonna. I don't know. It's something that I feel like it would be a waste of time to do cams for. That's a lot of ways how I. Because sometimes it's a lot longer to do cam, and you got to set it up, touch off your tools. A lot of times you just throw it in the Bridgeport, and there you go. You do a lot of things with this, man. Real. You really can. Like everyone should have one. Keep one in your garage, dude. Come in handy. You can make anything on this. You can turn the head. You can do anything. You know, as long as you're not doing some high production, you know, stuff, then you would need like a CNC. But for stuff around the home, Bridgeport's perfect. And they're cheap, you know. Like a decent one, you know, it's used and a few years old, but you can pick it up for like $2,500. You know, that's cheap. A lot of people need machining, even companies. They all source a lot, you know. Learn how to do some of this. You can do it for other people. You can do it with your own project. You have to be passionate about what you do, you know. Like this stuff I like. I'm sure to some people this will be very boring. Be stupid, you know. So you need to find your passion. What you like to do. And if you're broke, you got to take whatever you get. See what you guys are saying. What's up, Trap? Oh yeah, Dove got court in a couple days, huh? Crazy, huh? It's another thing. Being damn near 50, still going to court for what? Harassing your own daughter? Are you kidding me? And he can spin it any way he wants. That's just the fucking truth. It's just the truth. Admit it, bro. You did it. Take accountability, but you and Flames can't. You guys both can't. Too delusional. You don't want to hear what anyone got to say. It's like Flames takes off his headphones. He doesn't need to hear the truth. He wants to hear his own nonsense, right? Because he knows it all. And there's no growing for people like that. No growing. You're not going to go anywhere with your life. You know it all. You reached the top. Right? You're equivalent to Jesus Christ. You know everything. Who's going to teach you stuff? You can't. You can't learn. And then what? That's when your life comes to a screeching fucking halt. Right? Simply because you know it all. Be humble. Get you places. Learn from others. Most people you come across teach you a thing or two. It's up to you whether you listen to that or not. And that shit's even to myself. Because once again, even for myself, it's easy for me to say shit. Right? It's hard for me to do it. You need to do it. And I try to do that. Best I can. There's days that I fuck up. Try to do what's right. I want to live a meaningful life. Full life, you know? See the world. You know, we as humans, a lot of us try to think we're badass. Right? And that's human nature. But sometimes I look outside. I'm like, dude, whoever made this, right? Just look outside. If you have a window or anything, just look out. Whoever made this is we are nothing compared to the person, God, higher power, whatever you call it, who made all this. The most badass person on this planet has nothing compared to the person that created all of this. Just look at it. Look at it. It's perfect. Everything is perfect. Crazy. Crazy, ain't it? Crazy. And they say that person loves us, huh? And that's something that's hard to, like, you know, maybe that's some human saying that. But imagine that. Imagine that somebody who created all of this loves you, knows you exist. That's a crazy thought to think. Maybe he does, you know? Maybe he does. Or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. We don't know. A lot of people act like they know. Like, just like the podcast I was on the other day, right? Where these guys are talking about this and that and the third. They don't know. None of them know. They think they know. They know some stuff that some human wrote. But do they know it's true? Absolutely not. They don't know. And they can't simply say, I don't know. Once again, they think they got it all figured out. And that's a dangerous, dangerous place to be. Is to think, to call yourself, right? These guys that sit on YouTube, like the two guys that was on the panel with, calling themselves scholars. Even a guy like, what's his name, Flames, calling himself a minister, a reverend. A minister, a reverend. Why don't you act godly, right? You're calling yourself a reverend. You're calling yourself a minister. You're spitting at God in his face by your actions. It's crazy. Like, you should have a lot of respect for a name like that, to be a minister, to be a reverend, to think that you have the ability to teach people about God, and then you act the way you do, right? It's just, that's why religion is just, well, I'm not saying it's, like, I don't know at the end of the day, right? But, like, I think it's crap. A lot of it's crap. It's a lot of shit that humans wrote. We don't know who God is. And there will be no way for us to comprehend him. We can't. I think we physically, and think about it, we just can't. None of us can. Our knowledge doesn't go that far. We don't understand him. And we never will. Maybe when we died, we might. But with our minds, we can't. There will be no way. It's crazy, and we're all over the place killing each other too. It's another thing that's nuts. It's all we do is kill each other, start a war, and this and that and the third, and humans just can't simply love themselves. Not themselves, but like other people, like living unity. They just can't. There always has to be some type of war. Always. Over who has nuclear weapons and this and that and the third. Crazy. We're gonna destroy ourselves. That's what's gonna fucking happen. Once again, just like the Romans, just like the Sumerians, just like the Egyptians, over and over and over. History repeats itself. Just humans are fucking corrupt. Even that dude that said he was born into captivity, in my opinion, that's such an insult to your grandparents, or, not grandparents, great-great-grandparents who were slaves. That's such an insult to them to say that you were born into captivity. I'm sure they would kill to be in your position, to have the opportunities that you have. They would kill to be that. You can never say that. You weren't born in captivity. You can try to make yourself feel better and say that, but it's not simply the truth. You were given endless opportunities. You choose to wallow in your misery. If you want to honor your ancestors, right, and say that what happened to them was wrong, see, I'm on board with that. But to put yourself in their shoes is insane. You would never, none of us can comprehend what they went through. None of us. That was just wild, dude. That podcast was wild. Like, those two guys need therapy big time. Like, big time. Crazy. And to say they know the Bible, too. That's just a part. Just bogus people say it. It's crazy. I grew up my whole life hearing that, though. Everybody knows what God's saying. Not everybody, but so many people just try to tell you what God's saying or God's thinking. At the end of the day, none of us know. None of us know. None of us. We don't know. There is some very wise people on this planet, I would say, but even them, I don't think they know. Know a lot more than me. But they don't fully know. Really hope the world becomes better, huh? But it got to start with me, Not like start with me, but I need to. Like, if I'm going to say the world needs to be a better place, I have to start with myself, right? And if we all did that, then the world would be a better place. But that will just never happen. Because of what? Guys like Flames and guys like Dub who think that, they're not wrong. You don't need to fix anything. Crazy. All right, I babbled enough. I think I'm going to end it just running my mouth. He won't pay what he did to Gam Gam. See what you guys are saying. Slap him for not comparison with the freedoms of today. Yes, corrupt. Exactly. It's crazy. Like, and I get that, right? To honor them. Yes. I feel like that is very important, right? And I would never take that away from them. Like what their ancestors went through is horrible. But at the end of the day, you can't ignore the fact that people with common sense stood up for you, right? Not for you, but for them. You know, it took a lot longer than it should have. But like, there's people with common sense, because you would be ignorant. You'd be a fool to think that something like slavery was okay. It's not. Anybody should know that. Humans should never enslave one another. Your society's going to crumble, like the Romans, like the Egyptians. All these societies with slaves, they all crumble, all of them. Why? Because before you know it, there's always going to be a rebellion. There's always going to be someone probably that's going to rebel against it. You might have it good for a few hundred years or maybe 1,000 years, but it ain't going to last forever, because that's not how we were meant to be, right? I truly believe that. That's all we try to do. Better than the dumb shit. Well, maybe I spew dumb shit too. You know, try not to. I don't know. I'm really 2026, dude. I'm really gonna try to be a better person. Not like money. I don't care about financial. If I end it 2026 broke as a fucking joke with $20 in my fucking pocket, I want to sit down on my bed at the end of this year and look back and be like, I really tried. I know I'm gonna fail. There is gonna be times that I fuck up. I know that. I expect it. But what I'm going to be able to say, I really, really hope, is I sit there and say, I really, really tried. I gave it my all. If I did something wrong, I apologize. Try to be a good person. Try to be kind. Try to treat others as I want to be treated. You know? And it's not going to matter. Nobody's going to care. I'm going to do kind acts, and it's just going to get swept right under the rug. And that's okay. Right? People don't need to see it. People don't need to know. I need to do it for myself. You know? But that's all. I'm going to end it here. I'm just rambling on bullshit. Four likes and 18. Well, we don't need the likes. We just need to talk, and people are hearing me at the end of the day. I'm glad you said that, Herb. Krupp. Thanks, dude. It's good to hear. Try to think of stuff like that, you know? But anyway. As pictures of, yeah, that New Age plug stuff was just disgusting, but you know, he's gonna get it back to him, right? Karma's gonna come around and bite him. You put that negativity out, what you're going to get back. Same thing with Flames, right? It's not going to go anywhere with YouTube. Why? It's the same thing with me and Domi, right? It was honestly foolish that I did that, right? Even with Eric. Even the things I said about Dumb, it's foolish. It's foolish. It was a waste of time, complete waste of time. I could have spent countless hours of talking about stuff that maybe would help one person, or even helping myself. No, everybody could mock me on YouTube. Oh, the dude's a clown. His talk is boring. But maybe from that, it gave me encouragement and motivation to be a better person. Because sometimes you need to talk about things. Talk about it out loud, right? Yeah. I'm young. I have time. I really do. I've wasted a lot of time, but I still have a lot of time to really make it better. Diddy is busy prepping. Yeah, It's even with the whole Flame Strider thing is so stupid. Like, the dude unblocks you And then what? Diddy blocks you right after that. It's just like nobody's gonna comment, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like you're setting yourself up for failure. You're never gonna go anywhere with YouTube. You're constantly hating. You block everybody. You unblock, and then Diddy blocks. You unblock, and then Diddy blocks. It's this repetitive cycle of meaningless bullshit. You're gonna go nowhere. Same thing with Domi. The same thing with me and Eric Cuzzo. It was meaningless. It was bullshit. What did I control? What did I accomplish? And honestly, who was I to even Domi? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that was right. But at the end of the day, like, whatever he did, God is going to judge him. It's between him and somebody else. And there I go, little old me, injecting myself in that bullshit. Same thing with Dub. Who cares what Dub does? Dude's a clown. We can agree on that. You know, but it's human nature, and it comes out, and I don't know. It's okay, I guess. Let's try to be better, dude. Anyway. Flames is, dude. He's a clown. It's embarrassing what he does. He's a fool. And you'll never see it. He'll never change. Because he knows it all. He knows it all. Everybody's wrong but him. And he's going to go nowhere. It's sad. And maybe someday he will wake up, you know? Maybe he will wake up, but I highly doubt it. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, and some people are just so delusional in their own mind. You know? That something big needs to come up and help them. But I think it all stems down to like the validation that Flame needs, you know? And YouTube can do that to you. It can really get in your head. Right? We're like I said, you're a nobody. Nobody cares about you. You got no fucking friends, and then you say some things online, and you got a whole bunch of people in your chat, and it gets to you. Right now, you think you're something, and that's the difference between a weak man and a strong man. Right? Even I fell victim to that. It's very easy to fall victim to that because we all want to seek validation. We all want people to pat our backs and say, "Wow, dude, good job! Look at you, Jesse. Go you!" You know, we crave that. And then it gets to our heads. And before you know it, you end up wasting a whole bunch of time just doing complete foolishness about people that don't even matter. Topics that you don't even know, right? Like me talking about the Eric situation, blah, blah. Did I know everything that was going on? Absolutely not. I heard what I seen, but that was probably what even I know. Right? That was probably half the fucking story, but what am I going to do? Inject myself in that situation. Yeah, but I did it though. Did it. I learned from it. It's foolish. You know? You be better. Don't do that no more. Knock it off. You know? Hope that they do better. That's something that I should do. Hope Cuzzo does better. Hope Domi does better. Hope Dub does better. You know, Dub's a clown. And he's a fool. But I hope someday he, well, I don't know about Dub. Dub's a hard one. Just because of the foul shit that comes out of his mouth. I think he's either got severe mental issues, or it's like almost like a demon is like possessing him. And I know that sounds crazy to say, but I think it's true, you know? Like just the way he is, the things he says, he knows it's not right. He knows it, you know, but crazy to go around and call people pedophiles and this and that and the third, and you have no evidence of that. And it's wrong. You know it's not true. Right? You know it, but still you're gonna feed into that over what? But no doubt he is a homo. Well, yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna end it here. I gotta do some things, think about some things, and I'll be live sometime else. I hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys are blessed. And I hope you guys achieve everything you dream of this year. I really hope that. all of us will look back on this year and be like, damn, we killed it. I have a feeling 2026 is going to be our year, dude. I truly believe that. I feel it in my gut, right? And it just started. We have so much time. And maybe if I go live constantly and keep this up, then it's going to be constant encouragement. And by the time December hits, all of us are going to be like, damn, we killed it this year. You know? We killed it. We're all gonna fuck up. We're all gonna have bad days. It's going to happen. We're human. There's no way around it. But it's that we tried our best. And man, that's something to be proud of. You know? It really is. It like blesses your soul. Money doesn't do that. Money makes you happy. Makes your life easy, right? It makes your life easy. But to do the to like do the good, it's like medicine for your soul, right? You feel good all together, something that money will never do. So sometimes it's better to chase stuff like that. But all right, guys, I'm just fucking rambling. Everybody's like, what the fuck? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.